Hello and welcome to the National Football Museum's new exhibition, Batteries Not Included. Since the beginnings of association football, fans have sought to replicate the excitement and appeal of the beautiful game in their own homes with toys and games. Some of these have gone on to become household names, whilst others have been quickly relegated to attics and car boot sales. So let's take a look at some of the exhibition highlights. Many of the toys and games that we play today have their origins in the early 20th century. One such foray into family football that didn't stand the test of time is this curious looking table behind me. Although coming from the creative geniuses behind a vacuum cleaner brand, perhaps it was always going to suck. Daisy finger football uses piano keys and wires to flick the ball into your opponent's net. They even used Aston Villa's stars of the day to help promote the game, but sadly they ran into trouble when the table that they used ultimately proved too big. I guess it goes to show that daisy finger football just didn't hit the right notes. Roll up for all the fun of the fairground. This game once stood on Blackpool Pier and features famous footballers of the 1910s. To win a prize, all you had to do was hit a ball through a hole or knock over one of the players. However, the players were on very heavy springs, making them notoriously difficult to knock down. Surely an early case of unsportsmanlike behaviour. Oof. Now we're talking. Subbuteo, for many the definitive football game. It was developed in the late 1940s and really took off from the 1950s onwards. In 1966, when England hosted the World Cup, sales rose by a whopping 78% as football fever gripped the nation. We've actually got 2 playable sets here at the exhibition and some classic accessories. Want to stand with spectators? Sure. Referee? Of course. Floodlights? Sorted. Ball boys? Okay. Queen Elizabeth II presenting the FA Cup? It would be rude not to, ma'am. Where else can Rochdale regularly face off against Manchester United, or the West Ham squad turn out for Aston Villa and Burnley in consecutive games? Subbuteo's appeal remains the same today as it's always been. And it's flicking brilliant. Ooh, wanting to stretch your legs and show off your football skills in virtual reality? Well, the exhibition lets you do just that, provided by Rezzil. The experience combines science and gaming to allow footballers to train at home. Virtual drills are designed by professional players to improve reactions, decision making and recovery. And oh yeah, it's tons of fun! Prefer your games a little more retro? Well, there's dozens of titles to take you on a trip down memory lane via our playable old school arcade machines. Relive classics like Pele's Soccer on Atari, FA Cup football on the Commodore 64, Pro Evolution Soccer, FIFA, and who can forget the imaginatively titled Peter Shilton's Handball Maradona. So that's our new exhibition, Batteries Not Included. But what is included is your admission to the exhibition with your ticket for the National Football Museum, and Manchester residents get in for free. So what are you waiting for? We'll see you down here.